Salve YouTube, and welcome to another Total War Rome 2 online battle video. Today I'm showing you a battle with Parthia and Macedon. I'm playing as the Parthians, and my opponent's Holly Bongstem from the FL clan, I don't know what FL stands for, is using the Macedonians. Now, I've been messing around with Parthia for a little bit, trying to figure out, how I could basically get a skirmish army to work. This was a close battle. It's not a perfect example because you'll just see. I've got 4 archers, 3 of these Nubian spears, 4 of these, I forget what cav unit this was. Oh no, these are the Eastern Cataphracts. These guys look so cool. Look at that. Awesome units. So I've got 4 of those, 3, that's my general, Royal Cataphract, and then I have 4 of these Noble Bloods, that's what they're called, Noble Blood Cavalry. Decent weapon damage, not a good charge, decent defense, decent armor, just good medium cav, multi-purpose. On the right here, I've got 4 units of these Parthian horse archers, and these guys are really good. My only concern about them is that I feel that they don't have enough ammo. I run out with stuff very, very quickly. So as you can see, my opponent's army looks like a standard Macedonian army. He's got some Peltas support with some shield bearers and pikemen. He does have an archer backline too, so it's not going to be an easy time for me to just shoot things. I'm going to have to do it very consciously. His cav component is composed of 3 units of companion cavalry, including his general, and an Aspis. This unit is awesome. I love the Aspis cav. So, what am I trying to do? Well, as any skirmish army would try to do, I am trying to gain map control and a hit at my opponent's units. So these attacks that you see here, they're not really aimed to sort of weaken my opponent in any way. They're aimed to get them, on nerve. They're aimed to have them sort of commit or do a move that might not be particularly in their interest. I'm just harassing, coming in and out. And at the same time, I want to bring my archers forward and have them also start peppering my opponent, and then hopefully I can have the opponent pull units out of their line. So, I mean, essentially, that's how I think, or maybe that's how it was in Rome 1, but in Rome 2, maybe it's going to be a little bit different. But I think a skirmish army is all about getting us around on your opponent and breaking their line. So, as you can see, he's going to start pushing forward. I'm going to start pulling back, and with time, I'm going to pull back in several directions, and he's going to begin peeling units one after the other, and that's when I can chase with my light cav, with my horse archers, and come in from the rear like this, for example, and score a lot of kills. So this Royal Peltas unit is 920 dinars, or whatever the monies is. It's 920 Koku, I don't know, not Koku. Koku's for Shogun. What are you thinking, GD? I think it's dinars or dinars or whatever. So yeah, it's a very expensive unit. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Very expensive unit, and I brought them down to 54 already, just by firing at them and harassing the edges. And notice that I'm harassing at the edge. I'm obviously not going to be harassing down here because then it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get out of trouble. So now my opponent knows that, slowly but surely he's kind of walking into a trap, but at the same time he also realizes, I think, that he is going to kind of form a little vanguard here. Do you see his companion cavalry? They're acting as a vanguard to protect this area, and he's also sending his Aspis and companion cav units over here to try and chase my horse archers. And now this is when I told you that I'm going to start separating. Do you see? Each unit is going in a separate area, and this is going to have, see, small groups of units that are getting separated. Now, ideally, my cataphracts should be around here, and they should be coming in and doing back charges at this. But my opponent has a lot of archers here, and I need to get rid of those first before I can get to my backlines. So for now, it's just run back and try to kite as much as we can. So there's a lot of action happening everywhere. Let's take a look at my horse archers. See, not a lot of kills on them. About maybe 50 to 70 kills in total. So again, they're not really very damaging, but they force your opponent's army to look like this. And then you use your cataphracts to kind of attack this. But obviously my cataphracts are very far away because of this little vanguard. And I shouldn't really have stayed here this long. I let my spears get caught here. That's another mistake. The reason I bring spears is that sometimes opponents do go cav heavy, and they will decide to charge your archer line. So I will bring spears just to be able to at least fend off the cav just a little bit. Maybe I should drop spears from the build. But now at this point, I'm actually pretty confident that my units here can handle all these running troops. A lot of them are hurt and tired because they're running uphill, and my horse archers are doing well. They're doing really well for me in this battle so far. So now I'm going to try and attack my opponent's archers. They're a very juicy target here sitting in the middle of the map, and I decide to actually use one of my horse archer units in melee. And here we go. I'm going to come in and start cutting down these archers because I don't want archers to be shooting at my archers, obviously. I want to try to get the archers out as soon as I can. He's starting to target my horse archers. I'm not going to let that happen, and I've got units coming in now to deal with it. Over here, a great success for me. My cataphracts have managed to catch the companion cavalry general of my opponent, but I don't know if I quite know how to, play with cataphracts yet, because they don't seem to be doing the damage that I expected them to do. Here I do a big mistake. I'm going to charge this pikeman unit with cataphracts, but I think I overwhelm it eventually. And I do manage to get it to rout. Pixelated. Lol. I don't know why it pixelates. Anyway. See, now they're completely out of phalanx, and I think cataphracts will do well in this situation, especially with more coming on the way. But see, I'm blobbing my cav, when in reality I should be sending my cataphracts this way to deal with these units that are latching on to my supporting archers and supporting cavalry units. So my opponent so far has been doing an okay job, but as you can see, his army and my army are dwindled down now. They're very separated. And I mean, this is ideal for me because if I had had my cavalry a little bit closer, I would be running in now and doing a back charge at these shield bearers as they were chasing my archers away. And if they were going to turn around, I'd just stop, turn back, and let my archers get some back shots. I mean, that's essentially, I think, how you should play with a skirmish army, but it didn't really work out for me in this battle. But I thought, hey, I'd post it, and maybe someone would get inspired. Or maybe it was a fun battle. I mean, my opponent played well. I think I did some good moves, but there were also some bad moves. But overall, I think there are some lessons to be learned here, and that's why I posted this one. So, I don't know if any other faction other than Parthia can really pull this off, just because their missile cav isn't as good. These are the worst horse archer units in the Parthian lineup, and the reason I bring them is because really, as I said, they're not really there. They're not there, to be used as a damaging unit. They're just there to disrupt the opponent's lines. The cataphracts are really the blunt edge of my hammer here. They're the ones that are going to be doing a lot of damage, but they didn't do a lot of damage in this game, unfortunately. So right now, I've pretty much lost almost all of my units. I do have some foot archers remaining and a horse archer unit remaining, and I think towards the end of this battle there's a moment that I wanted to show you guys, so let's go ahead and fast forward here for a little bit. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that all of my cataphracts are extremely exhausted, and I think exhaustion is going to play a really, really big role in this game, more than any game before. For example, in Rome 1, if your cataphracts were exhausted and you charged a companion cavalry like this, with 5 cataphracts, the companion cavalry, even if it was fresh, it would not be able to survive. But in this situation, I actually charged this companion cavalry with 5 of my cataphracts at once, and they somehow don't rout, even though they're taking a lot of casualties. It seems that the cataphracts, when they get close, they either take a sword out or this awesome looking axe. So here they are. So see, I'm sending my cataphracts in again, and they're very exhausted, they're very slow, they're not going to be doing a lot of damage. They're cool looking units though. So you can see that my opponent has brought some spear units over there. And his spear units are going to now begin catching up with my cataphracts, and I'm going to start pulling back. But at this stage, I'm going to go ahead and pause, because really the remainder of the battle is me disengaging and trying to hit the companion cavalry again, and not really doing a lot of damage. But I think the lesson that I wanted to bring across to you guys today was that skirmish armies, I think, are going to be a viable thing in Rome 2's multiplayer. Obviously, I didn't win here, but I do have other battles where I did manage to pull some victories off. But after I, keep playing and maybe hopefully get a better build out, I'll get a video out to you guys. And maybe you think, it's not viable, skirmish armies. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's start a discussion. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up button. It really doesn't take a lot. And leave a comment, tell me what you think, or maybe if you want to see another multiplayer faction or something like that. It really does help me out. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.